Hi guys, welcome to Soul's No Evolution. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me. That was such the weirdest shuffle. I hope you're all doing well, guys. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the channel. We have a card already. I'm using the Energy Oracle. In fact, let me bring that back so we can see the bottom of the deck. Indecision flip-flopped itself out of the deck. I hadn't even felt that I was really getting into the shuffle, but this is the card that we have. Card number 8, Indecision. Now, 8s are always about taking action, so you may be indecisive about which path to pick. We've got one here that's pointing towards the past. Well, to be honest, they both say unknown. On both of those signposts, it says unknown. So this is truly being at the fork in a road, but not knowing, what the outcome of taking either of those paths are. Now, 8 is ruled by the Strength card, which is Leo energy. Leo energy is all about, what house is Leo? The 5th house. It's about romance, play, creativity, self-expression. So if you are at a fork in a road in relation to love, anything that I've just mentioned links back to your 5th house, you're going to have to tap into courage. Because like I say, the Strength card always got a lion on it. Taming your fears. Not allowing your insecurities, your fear of stepping into the unknown, your ego. Is Leo all about the ego? I'm sure it is. Yeah, I'm sure Leo's all about your ego. So not allowing your ego to kind of, I don't know, keep you stationary or sitting on the fence or covering something up, which doesn't allow you to, move in whatever direction it is that you want. We don't know what the outcome of these paths are going to be. But you're definitely not going to get there if you stay sitting on the fence. You're only going to get a splinter in your arse. So get off the fence and pick a path. Because if you look at ourselves as the spiritual beings that we are, there is never a wrong path to take. And it's hard for our egos and our minds to wrap itself around that fact. But there's going to be lessons on this path and there's going to be lessons on this path. That's the only thing that's guaranteed. I think the earth is just the biggest fucking school. Like, it's just here to teach us so much shit. And the only way we learn is to have experience. So you're not ever going to pick a path where there's nothing for you to learn. Granted, there may be severity in terms of what it is that we are learning. So we want to be making, educated choices. We want to be doing our research and, being informed as much as we can be. But ultimately, there's going to be lessons on whichever path you choose to take. So with this Leo energy, and like I said, it's about play. It's about creativity and that childlike spirit and self-expression. I would pick the path that lines up with that more so. Like if this was me at the fork in a road, I'm going to pick the path that seems as though it's going to allow me to express myself more, connect with childlike energy, my inner child. I'm going to pick that path all day, every day. There's still going to be fucking lessons and not necessarily great ones. There may be very hard lessons still to learn. But at least I'm going to have fun. At least I'm going to have fun whilst I'm doing it. And we've got the 7th chakra. Oh, this is the crown chakra. I love this. So the crown chakra is all about, like I say, your higher self. It's your connection to universal energy, your connection with spirituality. And it's so funny that I spent all that time saying that we are spiritual beings. We're here on earth having a very human experience, but we are not just our, physical body. My tummy's rumbling. I was going to say, we're not just our physical body. We are more spiritual than what we are human. That sounds so weird to say, but it's true. So connect with universal energy. You have access to infinite wisdom, infinite consciousness, infinite intelligence. And the more I feel as though you're connected or your crown chakra is open, the less of this indecisive energy you get. Because like I say, you understand your purpose for being here. You understand that you are a spiritual being. You understand that life is about learning lessons, and not all lessons have to come from painful experiences. But when you know that you're a spiritual being, you no longer fear that. You learn the lessons that are required, and then you get a different set of lessons, if that makes any sense. Right, let's jump in, because I could talk about these two cards a long time. Right. Right, this bloody goat's back. And we had a butterfly in the last reading that I did. Right, okay. So that's Saturn. The lessons. We've just spent all this time saying there's going to be lessons on this path. There's going to be lessons on this path. There's going to be responsibilities that you have to pick up regardless of the path that you pick. There isn't one where it's all going to be gravy, laughs, giggles, the shits, the whole entire time on that path. That's just not that's not life. That's not the life that we live. Especially, like I say, if you haven't learned lessons from previous cycles. It all depends where you are on your spiritual evolution, on your own personal journey. It's going to be very different. And I say personal development and personal journey. We've got the tree. Oops, 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 oops. Oh my God. Right, let me go and get that. I think it was a dog. Yeah. Like a Scotty dog. Right, okay. We've got a teapot, a tree, a sword, a padlock, some music notes, a measuring cup, a star, pink star, butterfly. And that's all the charms that go along with the reading. Right, okay. So as I'm saying about this, 7th chakra, crown chakra, it's truth, it's clarity. It's, you know, a shift in perspective, which is exactly what this sword is in here for. To cut through the illusion, to cut through the delusion, the indecision. Looking at the facts, as I was saying, doing your research, really informing yourself. Well, this information, yeah, it might come from Google, parts of it, but this information is coming from your crown chakra, from your connection or through your connection to spirit. That's where, like, the information you really want to chew on is going to come from. So it's like, I feel that the universe is kind of saying, your loyalty here, like I was saying, should be to the truth. It should be to your growth. It should be to your expansion. For some of you, this may have something to do with family, and they may be expecting a certain loyalty from you in terms of the choices that you're making. And it's not for me to tell you what to do. But what I will say is that the 8 of this card speaks about evaluation. So evaluate. Evaluate the choices and decisions that you've made in the past, and did they get you where it is that you wanted to go? Did you enjoy the experiences that you had through the lessons that you know were made to sort of go through by picking the options that were in front of you previously? All of that past experience goes into informing, you know, your decision making for new experiences as well. There's transformation and wish fulfillment. There's transformation and healing that are in here. So like I say, you either go through this transformation and heal before you pick a path, or either one of those paths is going to call that from you. It's just the way that it is. I think the only reason that we're here is to transform and to fucking heal. But it's in varying degrees. It's in varying degrees. As I say that, we've got the measuring cup. It's going to be, like I say, in different measures for each experience and for each person. Not everyone comes here with like huge ancestral burdens and karma to transmute. Some of us do. It's going to be very different. But this padlock is giving me like that closed off energy, not being able to move. It's exactly this indecisive energy here. So I feel as though there's something about a frequency, there's something about vibrational energy with this music, because music is just frequency and harmonies and vibration that we pick up through our senses in terms of our hearing. So there's something about raising your vibration here. This transformation is what is going to unlock the pathways or unlock your wisdom about which path it is that you want to take. Right, and then the star, like I say, that's your blessings, it's your wish fulfillment. It's also about you being on the right path. So this indecisive energy, like I say, it's not a bad thing. All it should be reflecting back to you is that, well, you need more information. You need to really look at what your options are. What is your heart saying? What is your head saying? What is your soul calling from you? What's your family saying from you? It's just an opportunity for you to go within and to really reconcile those energies, or the push and pull of those energies within you, so that you can line up with one path or the other. It's so funny because it's like we've got a path here and a path here, and what's directly in front of her is this huge tree. And then down here in the charms, I'm seeing the sword of truth, and again, this huge tree. So it might be family, like I say, loyalty to family that are not allowing you to pick a path or the other, and it's just got you stood still. So it may even be that there's a clarity that comes around, shit, you didn't even realise that you were being indecisive or not picking a path. You thought that that's where you were meant to be, on the fence, in that not choosing anything kind of energy. So that may even be the clarity that comes through to you at this time. Right, and then we've got this teapot, and that's giving me like genie. It says tea time, but it's giving me like a genie's lamp. A genie's lamp. So I feel as though, like I say, your wish fulfillment is accessible. It's available to you. Others of you may be trying to avoid, like I say, whether it's hard work or responsibilities or restrictions in some way. Even self-control, because that teapot also gives me an energy of relaxation, taking a break, not sort of doing the work. So some of you may have been avoiding doing the work. Not for everyone, because I see people here that, are doing work. So let's get some letters. Let's get some letters. These readings seem to be getting longer and longer and longer every day. Let's see. But I swear, it's like I can only pull out 6 to 8 tarot cards. So if I use a whole deck, I could sit and read that whole deck literally for a day. Honest to God. So it's like, the more information you put in front of me, the more information I'm going to pull from it. So it's like, yeah, these started off as just little 10-minute readings, and they're slowly creeping up to the length of what the tarots were anyway. Right, just from that I'm seeing sacrificed, even though all the letters aren't there. I'm seeing sacrificed. Right, blank, H, an L, and an E, A, and an E. Yeah, these are the letters. You could be seeing initials, acronyms, words. Like I say, words with letters missing make you think of the whole word. You're going to get very specific or individual messages from this. But I was getting sacrificed. And that's what I mean. Whether you are intentionally or unintentionally sacrificing yourself by sitting on the fence or not making a choice or not making a decision, I feel some sort of insight, guidance, wisdom is wanting to come in to give you clarity. We had the sword down here about whether it's self-sacrifice or if somebody else, because we've got, the word self is in here, whether it could be a family situation or a parent that's sacrificing you. It may be that you're not used to being the authority in your life to make choices or make decisions. I'm seeing the word child in here. So, this could have been a pattern from childhood, and your parents do make choices for you when you're a kid. Even though I try and encourage Safi to make as many mundane choices as possible, whether it's down to what she's wearing, what it is she wants for breakfast, because I'm trying to encourage her to know what it is that she wants. So that, the older she gets, she's not going to be daunted by making choices or making decisions. There are consequences for the choices that we make, yeah. So if she's used to making choices that have no consequence, like it doesn't really matter what she wears for the day, it doesn't really matter what she eats. The objective is that she eats something. The objective is that she puts some damn clothes on. So, we're easing into it, but I'm very conscious about her knowing her own mind, knowing what it is that she wants, and not being fearful or afraid of saying, well, I want that. She's not going to upset me, by making certain choices. So like I say, there may just be a parent-child dynamic where that wasn't supported, or that may not have been encouraged, or you may not feel as confident or comfortable with lining up with what it is that you truly want. And that's no disrespect to anyone's parents. I wasn't raised to have my own mind. I don't think many of us are. It's my way or the highway. Shut up, eat that, sit down, I don't have time. And whether I know that wasn't intentionally done, But then as a teenager and as an adult, it's like you're always waiting for somebody else to kind of tell you what to do. And that is not what I kind of want for Safi. So it's just, I don't know why this story is even coming out, but I feel as though, like I say, there's either a self-sacrificing thing that you're doing, or that, you know, I don't know how it's playing out for you, but that story was clearly relevant somehow. Now, let me move on. Now we have, yeah, HOLD. Because say you're either in this holding space or someone's holding on to you, which is not allowing you to kind of pick a path. So weird. I'm seeing the acronym UCLA, which is like, I don't exactly know what it what it means, but I know it's a university or college in America. The University of Central Los Angeles, is that it? I don't know. But I'm seeing UCLA. So you could be, like I say, picking a college, picking a university, or do I go to university? Do I start a business? Do I go and get a job? It's that kind of energy where there's going to be consequences. You know, there's going to be things that you learn on each of those paths. So Spirit's like, it doesn't really fucking matter what you pick. As long as what you pick you kind of stick to and you get to the end of it, you're going to learn what you need to learn, regardless of the options that are on the table, kind of thing. Right, I'm going to leave that. Let's read it. It was so all over the shop. And let's read this out the book. Number 8, Indecision. Yeah, and don't get me wrong, it's not easy giving a 3-year-old choices and decisions. It is. I see why. It's just so easy to be like, no, just put that on, just eat that. I don't have time for all the fluffing. But like I say, I'm trying. I'm trying to give her a different experience to the one that I experienced. So I'm just saying, for all those parents that are thinking, I don't have fucking time to do all that shit. I'm like, well, sometimes I don't either, but more times out of not, I'm like to give her the choice where it's possible for a 3-year-old to make choices. Clearly she don't get to choose certain things. Mum's rules on those ones. All right, it says this card marks the presence of 2 or more possible choices in your life. It shows you anxiously looking at 2 roads, wondering which would be the better choice. You are standing still, feeling confused by the ups and downs and emotions of your present indecision. You could spend days, months, or even years in this back and forth energy, all the while feeling your focus and your life force energy draining away. The indecision creates a paralysis of will, one that keeps you stuck whilst you're waiting to be certain about the results of your choice. It's time to let go of the analysis and self-doubt that have been keeping you stuck. Meditate on your options. 7th chakra, exactly what we said. And see where your spirit guides you. Consider which direction resonates with you most. We talked about that with the Leo energy, as in like play, creativity, happiness, childlike spirit, self-expression. Pick something that's important to you and then like, which one of these options lines up with what's important to me? Consider which direction resonates with you most, both in the process and in the goal. Follow your heart and make the honoring choice. The affirmation is, I release fear and move forward with courage and trust. We spoke about the courage of the Strength card in here. I have the power to direct my own destiny now and always. That was beautiful. I'm going to leave that there because I felt like I spoke so much. But I hope you managed to get something from this reading, guys. Good luck in your decision making, and there is no wrong choice. You know, you're adults. If you pick something that you don't like, you always get to make another choice after that. So remember that too. Right, take care, guys. Bye-bye.